Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Deborah. Today's video is 20 things that you did not know about me. If you've been watching me the last 10 years, you will probably know all this. The first thing is I will be 65 soon. The next thing is I have 2 children. I might go over the 20. Okay, because I'm doing this impromptu, no notes, nothing. I have 2 children, one that is almost 46 and one that is 44. Yeah, they're 2 years apart. It's a girl and a boy. Both of them are in Florida. When they were teenagers, I moved there and didn't like the cops there. Oh my God. Another thing is I was married for 40 years with my high school sweetheart. I had my real estate license in Florida. I also was a deputy sheriff, went to at the police academy, and I was the top graduate. My picture is in the Hall of Honors. I don't look anything like that. I had brown hair. That was way back, I guess, mid-80s, I guess. I have lived in Virginia, Texas, and Florida. And, yeah. And I guess I am a Southern girl, a Virginia girl. Southern girls have manners, most of us. My natural hair color is dark brown. And yes, my eyelashes are real. And the boobs are real, okay? A lot of people hate it when I do that. They think I have a soft porn channel. No. I have a soft porn mouth, but that doesn't mean my channel is soft porn, right? Okay, let's see. My first job was at a hamburger joint. I loved that job. And then at 16, I was in a very bad accident. I remember my manager brought me roses to the hospital. I was there for a long time. I was in traction, which is why my neck is kind of screwed up. And my head was cut open from here to here. And my left arm is just full of, it's underneath so nobody sees it, a whole 6-pack of Dr. Peppers broke on me. And then when I was a deputy, I ran into a new Corvette on the midnight shift on black ice, broke this nose, was very bruised up. And then in Florida, I got run over by a car crossing the road to try to save my dog. And again, I have stitches in this eye. This side of my face was busted in. I had to use crutches, and I hated them for like 2 months, and then I had to wear the pirate's patch. And my left leg still has contusions to this day. The accident was early 90s. The lady was driving a brand new car with no insurance, and she was speeding, and she admitted to that, and the cops never wrote her up. Okay, I have a childhood friend I've had since 7th grade, and I feel bad because I have not called her, but I need to. What else? I used to be a very rich person. I joke and say I was a rich bitch. I was never a bitch. I spread the wealth, believe me. I helped my sisters with furniture, eyeglasses. I took them on really nice vacations to New York and Ocean City. I am a beach girl. It seems like I always end up on the water. I live on the water now in a little town, which is a golf cart community. And then, of course, Ocean City, my back door was where the White Marlin Open scale was. And that was a beautiful neighborhood. I mean, you would not find one cigarette butt. It was immaculate. And I have owned a ski chalet. I call it a chalet in Wintergreen. And that mountain is gorgeous. If you live anywhere in Virginia, go to Wintergreen in the fall. They have so many things going on. Yeah, I would go there during the winter to ski. I skied on my first time. I didn't have to have any instruction, I should say. Now, one of my sisters did, and she kept making everybody fall down, and they made her leave the mountain. Let's see. I used to drag race. I was pretty good at it. I've always owned Ford's Mustangs. And I did drag race a 71 Chop Top Nova, and I raced a 66 Mustang. I can't race my Cobra now because it would mess up my back end, if you know what I mean, coming off the line. All of my uncles were drag raced that, and they brought me along since I was a young teenager. I have been thrown off the track when I was 16. Yeah, they throw me off the track because I was a minor. What else? Yeah, I used to have 25 employees. I had a fleet of Fords. I know a lot about entomology and arboriculture. Just ask me. And let's see, what else? All right, now I have a part-time job because I am disabled. And I've had many surgeries. I had a myomectomy. Look that up. I'm not going to go into detail here. I had a tumor in my ovaries and didn't even know that one. I have a discectomy, a laminectomy, and a spinal fusion. I have 6 rods in my back. And I just had my right hip replaced. Now, after you hear all this, you realize that I'm a survivor. I am a survivor in so many ways. If you watch any of my videos, you will know what I'm talking about. I have survived. I didn't even think I would live this long. I had no idea. I didn't think I'd make it to see 18. Let's see. What else can I tell you? Oh, the first 2 things I do in the morning, I use the restroom and then I make my coffee. I have never missed a cup of coffee, I guess, since I was 14. I'm a coffee connoisseur. I stopped cooking after I left my husband, and I just now recently started to learn how to cook. My daughter started me on HelloFresh. At first I was intimidated, and but now, oh my God, I mean, there's things that you must get at Costco. That's olive oil, fresh garlic, a little cherry tomatoes. I mean, like every recipe has some of that, you know. Let's see. I can't stand for very long in the same place. I'm always moving, and I did own a dress shop, and I loved it. Back in the late 80s, I made about $90,000 my first year. And this was in a very unpopulated place. I mean, I was out in the boonies, and the women would drive to see my dress shop. I sold tons of jewelry, and I do have about 300 necklaces. And I know some of you women don't believe me. Well, it's true. I also have about 100 pairs of shoes. Half of them are stilettos. And I remember I got in a fight with this one girl because I had to actually insure my clothes because I would spend $1,000 a week at Chico's. And when I told her I had to have an insurance on my clothes, she didn't believe me. Well, I have one huge bedroom that is nothing but clothes with commercial racks. The dress shop was wonderful. I would see the ups man every day. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. I just made a phone call one day to another department store in the nearest town, and I asked them, I said, when and how do you get your merchandise, your clothes? And she just said one thing, the Charlotte Mart in Charlotte. And I took my husband at the time. We had a ball. He became a Playtex or Vazaret. They taught him how to measure women. for bras, and he was pretty good at it because I am now a D. But yeah, I had bras at my place. Very, very sexy lingerie. Let's see, what else? I had lots of sweaters. Now, back in the late 80s, sweaters were in, yeah. So I've gone over the 20 things, and let's see, I think I shall get ready to go. When I'm getting ready for my job, I always watch Trisha Paytas. I've watched her for about 9 years. There's a lot of similarities in her life and in my daughter's life and my life. I won't go into that. But she is her own person. A lot of people think that I come across not so intelligent, but if you've been around me in a professional situation, you will find out I am pretty smart I'm just pretty smart. Okay. Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, they used to give everybody the civil service exam. I scored the highest, and I think it was the FBI or the DIA. One of them wanted me to work for them, and my boyfriend at the time got lost. We couldn't find Roslyn, which is near DC. But I went on to work for the police department, and I did a lot of undercover work. I know you're probably saying, yeah, bullshit. No, I did. I helped a lot of women, and I was really undercover. And then later on in my life, I did some undercover work. And let's see, but nowadays, I don't know how these cops do it because it is so dangerous. Oh, it is so dangerous. Yeah, the other day, a guy came in with a gun on his hip. Now, I know that you're allowed to keep a weapon on your side, but if it's concealed, you have to have a concealed weapons permit. But he was acting a little weird, and I went and notified everybody I work with. I said, we got someone with a gun on their hip. And nowadays, with all these things happening, I don't want to say that word because then this video will not be monetized, but it's scary nowadays. Okay, y'all have a nice day. I gotta get ready. Bye.